Brandon? Brandon! We're going to get Brandon in the clubhouse. We will get him. Ben Davis, I'm Michael Barkan. We welcome you to Phillies Postgame Live on a beautiful Friday night. Thank you for staying up with us, and it was worth it, wasn't it, with a 9-3 Phillies win? Nola pitched great. We'll hear from him as well. 5 home runs. Ben, start any way you wish, but Aaron Nola pitched a gem, even though his ERA went up and the bats were there.
Yeah, to play the game of baseball, you have to do 3 things. Catch the ball, throw the ball, and hit the ball. And boy, did they do all 3 of those exceptionally well tonight. Obviously, the offense was there with the 5 home runs. Aaron Nola, another 8 innings pitched. Are you kidding me? And the defense was spectacular. So these boys came ready to play today in San Diego, and it was just the approach was there. The approach was there. They had a very good idea of how Musgrove was going to attack them. Musgrove only lasting 3 2/3 before he got yanked. 8 hits, 7 earned runs against Musgrove. They knew he was going to spin a lot of baseballs, and they took full advantage today and whacking a few out of the ballpark.
Kyle Schwarber only had 2 hits, now 3 hits off of this guy, and most of them are home runs. And he started off the scoring, and I thought, home run, first at bat of the game. This will pave the way for a nice win.
Yeah, I think we can finally put the Kyle Schwarber leadoff debate behind us. It's just they win with him at the top. I know the batting average isn't going to be where a lot of folks want it to be, but the dude gets on base. He hits homers. He changes the complexity of a ball game like that. All of a sudden, it's 1-0. You blink your eyes, it's 1-0 Phillies, and then everything just kind of progressed from there. So he's the guy at the top. They flat out win when he leads off.
Yep, they do. Keep winning and winning. In fact, the Phillies have won 2 straight and 9 of 11, and they are looking real good as we go out to San Diego to check in with John Kruk, who called tonight's game with Tom McCarthy. Johnny, what a win tonight for the Phillies in general. Great pitching outing for Aaron Nola and 5 home runs, including Nick Castellanos. It was nice to see him get off his schneid.
Yeah, it's nice to see the offense explode like that early. And you know, when you start a 3-game series against a team that, is keeping track with the Dodgers as far as, the race goes here in the West. But, to jump on them like they did, and I heard Ben, and Ben, you're exactly right. This was a total team effort. And I think what I'm happiest about the whole thing, not Nick hitting a homer, yeah, I get that. Sir Anthony had a clean inning, and he needed it badly. And if he could become a weapon out of the bullpen to go with the other arms they have, it's no telling how far this team can go as far as once the postseason starts.
Well, according to John Martin Kruk. All right, talk a little bit to us about Aaron Nola, because the guy's ERA actually went up and he pitched a gem. He was spot on, John. 7-pitch first inning.
Yeah, I assume that, Aaron's probably going to get sent down to Lehigh Valley after that terrible performance tonight. Only 8 innings, gave up the 3 runs. I mean, come on. How do you give up 3 runs if you're a starting pitcher? But that's basically what this team has been. Guy gives up 3 runs, you're like, well, was that a good outing or a bad outing? But I'll give Aaron credit. He pitched to the score. You pitch to the scoreboard. Larry Ball always told me, play to the scoreboard, right? Well, that's the way he pitched tonight. He had a lead. Oh, if he got behind the count, he was challenging guys, and it just another outstanding performance by another starting pitcher of ours, and the fact that they go into Saturday and now Sunday with pretty much a very well-rested bullpen, which is huge.
Johnny, we know it's going to happen. We know Bryson Stott is going to break out of this. But what are you seeing out of him right now? The only one in the lineup tonight without a hit. It just feels like looks like he's reaching for the ball a little bit right now.
Well, Ben, what I've noticed with Bryson is, last year, people were wondering, what kind of hitter is he? He went pretty much full, no stride. But you notice this year, I've noticed this year with Bryson is, Ben as well as anyone, this is a game of adjustments. It takes a while for teams to figure that out. But last year they challenged him with fastballs, And now you watch this year, and they're spinning the ball on him a lot. He's out in front. Now he's caught in between. He's behind the fastball. He's ahead of the breaking ball. I just think he has to get back to the basics, and maybe, every once in a while go up there and look for a breaking ball first pitch, a changeup, breaking ball, whatever, something off speed, first pitch, and lay a good swing on it. Now it makes them have to change. Okay, he's adjusted. Now we got to readjust to him. And, I always thought I had the advantage over a pitcher if they didn't know what they could throw to get me out. I thought, well, Bryson does that. I think he'll turn this thing around quicker than, he's liable to roll off like a Alec Bohm streak that Alec's on right now. Just the way it is.
Alec Bohm, 3 for 5, 2 runs scored, and an RBI. His average at 347. In fact, John, 4, 5, and 6 combined. 8 hits, 5 runs, 6 runs batted in for Bohm, Realmuto, and Marsh. That is unbelievable. 8 hits, 5 runs, 6 runs batted in. Okay, we're halfway through, John. Hang with us, and we'll be back no, I'm kidding around. We'll see you tomorrow.
Thanks, Johnny.
All right, see you guys.
Thanks, John.
Ben,
John,
I love your van.
What do you love? Love your vans. Ben, and the hair, he said as well. We got all of that in, yeah. And John was saying that during our 7th inning update that he loved Ben's vans.
But he did. He went out there, got a 1-2-3 with a couple more Ks in the 9th inning to get to 10 on the night with just the 1 walk.
8th inning.
8th inning, I'm sorry. He was just on top of it tonight. And, as you mentioned, his ERA goes up to 3.2.
Yeah, I think, mark my words, it's always scary saying this, but if he continues to pitch in this manner, and he will have a season of his career at soon to be 31 years of age. He looks fantastic, and they're getting runs for him.
They're getting runs for him. You just don't see this out of starting pitchers. And I know it's not going to last like this the whole year. Hopefully it does, but you don't want your starters to get worn out. This is kind of old school baseball where these guys are expecting to go out and throw 6, 7, possibly 8 innings. We already a couple complete games this year by the Phillies staff, but this is unheard of. The last 5 to 6 years, we've seen the 5 and dive. 5 innings, get out of the ball game, let your bullpen come in, and all these guys are eating up innings. These guys are getting exhausted. This bullpen that the Phillies, they have to be the most well-rested in all of baseball because they're just not accumulating a whole lot of innings. It is refreshing to see. These guys are pitching to contact early in counts. They're okay with a 2nd pitch ground ball, a 3rd pitch ground ball, a lazy fly ball. They're staying off the barrels. They're trusting themselves. They're staying competitive within the strike zone, and they're going out there and say, here, hit it. If you get the best of me, then so be it. But I don't think you're going to get the best of me. I'm going to pitch to contact, keep that pitch count down, and go deeper into ball games.
The bullpen is not being used. A couple of them went to Tijuana tonight, for goodness sakes. They don't need them. My goodness. All right, Rob Thomson, who's the manager of the year. I tell you what, if it's going the way if it continues the way it's going, here he is post-game.
Have a better start to a series than that?
That was pretty good. It was a complete game. Nola was fantastic again. Sir Anthony bounced back outing, which was great to see. Through strikes, stuff was great. Jumped out early. Schwarber leadoff home run, just kept adding on, 5 home runs. Great defense, Trey with a slide and play, and another play up the middle, and Bohm dive and play, and really turned a tough hop into a easier hop by moving his feet. It was really a good game all the way around.
What did you like in particular about your at-bats against Musgrove, team's approach?
Didn't chase. He had 77 pitches after 3 innings. So, what didn't I like? I guess is the question, and nothing. So, I just thought up and down the lineup, they were grinding at bats, and he's got good stuff. He's been around for a while, experienced guy. He knows how to pitch, and we grinded on him, and that was good to see.
Was it good to see Castellanos?
Oh, huge, really huge. I know that he's grinding in his mind, but he's an experienced guy, so he's been through it before. But I'm sure that was really satisfying for him.
Have you considered during this time giving him a couple days? And I guess
No.
what? No.
No.
And why is that?
Because he's experienced. I touch base with him every day, and he feels good about himself. And I see his at-bats getting better. He's working diligently, as hard as anybody, to try and get out of this thing. And so maybe that just gets him going in the right direction.
What have you liked about his at-bats, like leading up to today?
Just that he's every once a game he's hitting the ball hard, and he's lofting the ball to the middle of the diamond, and I always think that's an indicator that guys are coming out of a bad, not a slump, but their swing's getting better.
You mentioned the infield defense. How much of a difference has that made for you guys so far this season?
It's been huge. Trey's played great. I know he had a couple of tough games early, but I can attribute that to the weather maybe in the fields, but his glove action is very accurate thrower right now. He's played really good all the way around. Bohm's played great all year long.
It seemed like Nola was pretty efficient with his pitches tonight. How big is it to just have him go to the eighth or through the eighth, from a bullpen standpoint?
Yeah, it was huge. He was very efficient, very low pitch counts in every inning that he was out there. And got a lot of quick outs, got a lot of strikeouts, only one walk, and so it was good. And we wanted to get Sir Anthony back into kind of a lower leverage situation, so we got that, and he performed, and that's good to see. So hopefully, he gained some confidence from that.
Did Harper tweak his back on that take play?
No, it was his wrist.
Oh, it was his wrist.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he caught the ball just as. I think it was Profar.
Yeah, it was Profar.
Was coming down the line.
Sure.
Profar didn't do anything. He didn't hit him on purpose. They just collided.
He's okay?
Yes.